Hey guys, welcome back to World of Tanks, and this is not the usual loading screen you saw right there. That's because I couldn't load into the game in time. So that was my loading screen and the battle was already started and I just don't know what I'm doing. So yeah, as you can see, I'm featuring an artillery on my channel, the M12. Um, I want to talk a little bit while the start of the battle goes. Nothing really is going to happen. So I want to talk a little bit about this argument that is going on in World of Tanks right now about artillery and how fair and balanced it is. So maybe some of you won't know, but back in the days, artillery had much more penetration, slightly less burst radius, but they could do up to 2000 damage. Like the tier 10s could do up to 2000 damage or something like that. Oh yeah, that was a beautiful hit. But back in the days, artillery couldn't stun you, and that's the most important thing that you have to notice, is that my reload time on the M12 is somewhere around 21 seconds, and I can stun tanks for 13-14 seconds if I hit them. Like, oh, that guy actually for 17 seconds. That means that they are almost constantly stunned, which means that, you know, 50% of the crew skills, or I don't know how to say that, is gone. So you are basically playing with a 50% crew. And if I am just constantly spamming rounds after rounds into your tank, then your combat capacity is basically so low. And those guys, they were stunned for 30 seconds in total, and I'm trying to do my mission to stun enemy vehicles for 180 seconds in total. I have to say I did it. And just look at this. There's an Oni and an M6 over there. And I can just fire at them constantly, like every 20 seconds. And you see I hit the Oni, but I also damaged the M6. So that's another 2 stuns. And I could just constantly spam rounds after rounds into him. And I'm not saying that this is bad, but for the community, it's just not good. I have to say that it was very, very, very irritating when artillery could literally one-shot you in a tier 10 tank. But it was still better to be one-shot and pick another tank and play with it than to be constantly stunned, you know, and basically not to be able to do anything. So yeah, that's my point. And look, even though I didn't even see the Oni, I got lucky and I hit his tracks for 231 damage. That's not the most, right? But I don't have to aim because I'm going to do 200 to 300 damage anywhere I hit him, basically. And I get the stun even if I don't hit him, which is basically the worst thing. You can see that I'm already at 138. I decide to kill the M6. Sadly, I didn't stun anyone apart from the KV-1S there, so I have to wait for a reload. And you can see that I'm not going for direct hits. I'm going to fire in between the tanks to get the most amount of stun. And artillery is not like this. It was better back in the days. Even though they could easily one-shot you, they didn't have the stun mechanics, they didn't have this big of a burst radius, they've had AP, heat, so they could choose ammo types. And look, I'm already at 2100 damage and another 230 into the Oni. So with like every shot I do 200-300 damage if I hit a single tank, but I can hit multiple tanks at a time. So yeah, I'm at 2300 damage right now, and there was a hit into the Oni, which we didn't see. I'm gonna hit the Oni, but it goes into it in a funky angle, so I only do 62 damage. But my mission was to to do stunning, and I got it, so that's why I wrote GGG into the chat. And they just can't kill the Oni. Nobody can kill him, except for me. And I'm not doing anything to kill that Oni. I was chilling like here at the back. I don't want to say anything about this game. It was a very great game. But the main thing is not that it was a great artillery game and I got a high caliber after it or something. I did 2600 damage or something. But the thing I want to say is that wargaming should change the artillery. Maybe give them different shell types. If you don't know about this idea, make sure to watch that awesome epic guys video. I'm going to post it in the description below. It was an amazing idea in my opinion. You could give them different shell types, or you could just remove the stun mechanics and think about something else, because this is very annoying. And even though artillery is not overpowered, look, I was top tier in this game, and I have to say I didn't shoot any tier 5 tanks, but still I was just able to dominate without risking my own life. I was able to dominate the game without having to do anything. I didn't need any skills. I just need to click one and we basically won the game. Like, aiming in artillery is not a hard thing to do. You should add some kind of difficulties to artillery. And look, I'm not saying that artillery is bad for the game. I'm not saying that you should remove it. I'm saying that you should rethink the idea of having artillery in the game, because it was a good concept back in the days that it could do huge damage, but if it didn't hit, it didn't do much damage, and it didn't stun you. So yeah. And another thing is that you say artillery prevents camping. That's the worst thing you could ever say. Artillery gets you to camp, because if you don't, you will be exposed to artillery and artillery will shoot you. Unless artillery blind fires at random bushes at the back of the map, it won't prevent camping. It will only make you camp. Anyways, let's take a look at the post-game stats. So as you can see, it was only a 2nd class medal, even though I've got a high caliber, and I've got 7,000 and roughly 7,800 experience, which was 811 base experience. It's not so much because I was shooting lower tier tanks, but still I did 2,646 damage, and the rest of my team didn't do that much, as you can see. And you see that I fired 12 shots. I've had 10 direct hits and 17 splash damage. That's just way too much to splash. And I even made 43,000 credits, and without a premium account it would have been 30,000 credits. And if we take away the Christmas bonus, it would have been 12,000 credits. It's still positive, and it's still a lot. Anyways, I hope you can understand what I'm trying to highlight with this video, and thank you for watching. I don't know if I'm going to be streaming today or not, but you can find me on Twitch, of course. And well, see you in the next video. And until then, stay awesome.